maybe two last questions
Sure.
as we come together is if you had to do it over again, is there anything big that you would do differently? And then maybe the last question of where do you think this might go next?
Yeah, those are excellent questions. So, I think there's certainly things we've learned from that trial. I think at the time those were unknowns, and so I think, um, it's I think with the knowledge now, I might say, let's veer more towards driver mutations. Let's really try to push to see, as we synthesize peptides or use there's alternate platforms like mRNA, ways to sort of capture more of our best target antigens. I think those are things I would definitely want to tweak and I think are being worked on in the future. I think the next step is really very tangibly seeing if this is effective in a large number of patients. And that's really what's being done through the Merck and Moderna trial, which is a much larger phase two. It's 270 patients. Everyone now gets the standard of care. So everyone gets pembrolizumab and then randomized to either get a neoantigen targeting personalized cancer vaccine on top of that or a placebo. And so I think, there's some exciting data, initial data in melanoma. I think this will be the first sort of big test of this in a larger setting in kidney cancer. So that's the immediate next step. I think sort of more sort of longer term or medium term, in my mind, is one is there other disease settings where this might be applicable, knowing that also the manufacturing time when industry is involved is much smaller than when we're trying to do this in a homegrown fashion. So, are there other really disease settings where this is possible? And then I think a lot of it is going to be about the target. So I think cancer vaccines have a long history, a lot of it unsuccessful, and I think a lot of that had to do with what are you trying to steer the immune system towards? What's the target? And in the past, for lots of reasons, a lot of them practical reasons, they've been against things that aren't unique to the tumor. They're really just overexpressed in the tumor. And I think that's a challenging thing for a vaccine to do. It's sort of essentially trying to overcome in a way self-tolerance. So I think neoantigens are a great sort of first step in that. But I think there's going to be other vaccine targets that are tumor specific in kidney cancer as well. And so really expanding on that idea. What are other targets? Are any of them shared across patients that might be able to lead to more off-the-shelf therapy? I think those are the spaces I'm excited about as well, kind of in the coming years.
It's really great. Well, your enthusiasm for this comes through. And, again, thank you so much for taking the time. I think, being able to read the paper, but then listen to you, kind of go through it is super helpful in our understanding. And again, your enthusiasm, I think we're all very excited for not only seeing this, come to fruition, but kind of where we see the field go in the future. So thanks so much for your time today, David, and
Thank
to our
you.
audience for joining us as well.